All right, welcome in everybody. We are out on the strip this afternoon, and we got the north side of the Hard Rock guitar there. What's going on? Grand Theft in here first today. Nice. Congratulations. Kristen, what's going on? So this is the north side of the Hard Rock. This is where they have all the cranes and the elevators and everything set up. Ryan, what's going on? So I think we're gonna take a walk down the strip. A lot of sun right there. We're gonna cross over here at Venetian because the sidewalk is shut down. This is probably gonna be shut down for a long time. Let's try to sneak a peek. John Smith, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Josh, what's going on? Welcome in. So that's the construction laydown area at the Hard Rock. You see the old Mirage Towers in the back. I gotta turn this down. Alan, you're done work. Also, man. Pay attention today, right? I know it seems like it's been a while since we've had Alan's devoted attention here. It's funny, you can see through the screen a little bit if you stand further back. Birdman, what's going on? Yeah, I saw he was down there. I checked on TikTok real quick. I think I might walk down there and try to meet up with him if he's still gonna be down that way. Tram, what's going on? Tried to meet up with him last year when he was out here for WrestleMania. I've been watching his lives in New York City for a while. So I'd like to try to get down there and meet him. So we're gonna take a walk down towards the Luxor. If we run into him, great. If we don't, maybe another time, right? I usually take the pedestrian bridge right up by Treasure Island when I cross over here because it gets a little bit crazy. We're gonna wait because I think they get the turning lane now, the taxis and stuff. So when you cross right over here, you gotta wait. So now these taxis and everything are like, these cars turning into Venetian, have to wait, and it causes like quite the traffic jam, especially later at night. So that's our daily drama here, right? Traffic drama. Bill, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? All right, now we get to cross. Looks like they got the fountain turned off today. They had it on yesterday in all the wind. So I don't know why they have it off today. Now we'll get up here. We're gonna cross over again by Caesar's Forums. Because in the afternoon, you really wanna take the west side of the strip because you'll get a little bit more shade over there than you do on the east side because the sun in the afternoon is on the west and the big hotels and resorts block the majority of the sun. So we had some good news. Everybody can calm down. It looks like they changed that one window out here at the Hard Rock too. At least one of them. I think there may be another one or two that are discolored around the front side. No, thank you. So we'll see, right? Yesterday on our live stream, they had, looks like they had some shims and stuff holding the replacement window in place. So we'll see. That'll be our construction update of the day here. Murakami, what's going on? Vonda, what's going on? Astro, what's going on? So we'll see, right? It's hard to see. There's a lot of glare there. We may have to wait until the morning time when the sun is not glaring on that. So, Casino Royale, they got $3 beers, man. Grab and take with you. Now, the foot-long hot dog, they used to be like $2.99, then they went to $3.49. They're up to $3.99 now, the foot-long hot dog. I don't know if it's worth $3.99. I think $3.99 for that hot dog is a little bit expensive. See, now it looks discolored again. I don't know. Maybe it's because that's the cleanest window, right? Let me turn around up here and we'll take a look at it. You just came in. Jen, what's going on? How you doing? I think we have a decent crowd walking on the strip right now today. So here we go. This is the $3 beer special. This is the brands that you can get.
We take the sting out by instantly and continually awarding carded players with players.
So let's see. Can we turn around? Yeah, that window is clean. So that window is now the right color. The Costco hot dog with a drink, $1.50. You can't beat that. Now, I have a friend who works for Costco, and they were told under no circumstances should they change that price. That is like a verified loss leader that they know, but it gets them a lot of advertisements and stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of word of mouth. So look at that. That looks a lot better now, right? It's still a little discolored, but you can tell that it is brand new glass that's in there. Doesn't have the dust and dirt from the strip. There's a couple Costco's out here now. There's a couple Costco's out here now, I think. They just opened up a new one not too long ago. Grand Theft, yeah. So, yeah, so then you know what I'm talking about with that. Oh, look, they're installing a piece of glass. You guys want to wait around and watch them install this piece of glass? See up there next to the guitar string, a couple windows over. Trying to keep it as steady as I can, but when we're zoomed in as much as we are, it just shakes every little movement. You need to be like on like a tripod. So there they are. So we saw them put the first two panes of glass in here. Jay loves me, man. How you doing, Eli? Jay loves me. She never says anything bad about me, in public at least. This takes a while for them. So they installed the glass from actually inside the building. They have a little like chain hoist or some sort of little motor that lowers them down, pulls them up and lowers them down into place. So if I clip this out, I usually have to run it through like a stabilization program a couple times to take that shake away. Sorry about the shake, guys. That guy standing right on the edge, he's got, you know, his fall protection and all that stuff on. right, here it comes, coming out. No, Alan, because they still have a couple more floors to go. All right, here comes the window. It's coming out. Swings out a little bit. They're going to pull it back in. Cat in the hat. What's going on? Carry in, right? All right, so they're going to pull that window back. They're going to set it in place. Reverend Rob, welcome in. We're watching them set another window in place here. Looks to be the right color also. Doing good, doing good. So they're going to set that up. It's going to click into the next frame. And then they'll get ready to start dropping the next one in. All right, so let's cross the street now that we got the light here. Let me zoom this back. Ooh, that was a lot of standing in the sun. My day off was good. I did a lot of, I did some reviews for our Amazon storefront, or, you know, we're in that Amazon influencer program. We've been in that for a long time, a lot longer than we've been doing any of the social media, NeonCityWalkers stuff. So I did a couple reviews, did a few things around the house. I feel so much better in the shade. This is why we're walking down the west side of the strip right now, because if you look across the street, everything is in the sun. So just remember that. If you're walking the strip in the morning, you want to be across the street on the east side where Harrah's right now is. In the afternoon, you want to be over here on the west side where Caesars is. Caesars Forum shops are blocking the sun, giving us a nice shady walk. Definitely not going to be in as much sun walking this side in the afternoon as that side. Yeah, Robert, the guitar rooms are going to be really cool. Now, they're saying that they're probably going to average around $1,000. I think that's probably only going to be when they open up, right? But they are suites, right? So all the rooms in the guitar are suites. I think the rooms in the Mirage Towers are going to be like regular rooms. So it makes sense that the guitar rooms are going to be priced a little bit more. I just don't know if the market calls for $1,000 rooms, to tell you the truth, but we will see. Must see Las Vegas. What's going on? How you guys doing today? I sent you a DM on TikTok about that happy hours event that we were talking about the other night, Jay and myself. If you follow Heather, she's the one who puts it together. She's awesome. If you guys come out, we'll introduce you. If you don't already know her, you might already know her. Yeah, that's an insane, I think, price range, around $1,000. There's been a couple articles that have put it up at that price. So yeah, I believe it's May 2nd. I believe it is May 2nd. So we hit a little bit more shade and a little bit more over here. We hit some parts that are sunny, but you know, Mr. Mud, what's going on? How you doing? But it's better than walking over there where it's all the sun. See, might have asked before, but the prices will ever come down for Vegas or things. Well, it's not really so much the room prices, right? Because the rooms, you can get a lot of rooms out here for like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. It's the resort fee, right? And if the rooms were priced at like 60, 80 bucks, I don't think people would really complain if they weren't paying a resort fee. But for some reason, that resort fee gets everybody twisted up. When if you go to another city, you're paying $150 for a room, but there's no resort fee. They just hit those extra fees in the price of the room. You know what I mean? So if Vegas kept up with like other cities with normal pricing and no resort fees, I think we'd probably see $80, $90 rooms. Abe, you don't think, I don't think so either, but you know how people are about Vegas, right? A lot of people seem to think that Vegas should just give everything away for free. And they don't realize that they didn't. Even when things were a lot cheaper back in Vegas, things weren't actually free. They just expected you to spend more money, and you probably didn't even notice that you were spending more money gambling and things like that. So, I don't know. Sure, you could definitely come out here a lot cheaper, you know, with a smaller budget back in the early 2000s, late 90s. No, I think the all-inclusive deals look pretty good. You know, when you priced them out for the show tickets and the meals and everything that's included, you know, you are saving a considerable amount of money. I've seen some people price them out and save like around 300 bucks. You know, if they were going to go get the same meals at the same restaurants. So the 12-hour lunch buffet at Bellagio. See, I don't remember the buffet prices because me and Jay were never really big buffet people. To begin with. Well, I think the Hard Rock is going to be like a luxury property. I mean, it's yeah, I think so too, right? I think back when you were making, you know, $3.75 an hour and a buffet was $9, that was like 2.5 times what you were making, right? So, you know, when you take all those things, it's all pretty relative, I think, right? I mean, I remember my first job out here was like $4.50 an hour, and I worked at the boardwalk. I was a dishwasher. I had just moved out here, just turned 21, and I was making like $4.75, $4.50, whatever minimum wage was back in '97. So, you know, if something was $2, you know, 99-cent shrimp cocktail. Well, I mean, I don't even think you can get 2 pieces of shrimp for 99 cents anymore. You know, the cost of food, the cost of everything has just skyrocketed in the last 25 years. And the room rates in Vegas, I think, are still relatively good, right? If you just go on Expedia and type in Nashville, look for hotels around Broadway, and you're gonna find hotels that are $300-400 a night on the weekends, right? The same as here, right? You're gonna find hotels out here. You can get hotels out here for, you know, $150 a night plus a $50 resort fee. So you're still paying less. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Vegas has really started to open up what, you know, it used to be just nothing but service industry jobs. Right now there's data centers, there's all kinds of new industries coming to Vegas because of the tax structures and stuff like that. Yeah, so, I mean, do you really think anything, if you travel anywhere in this country or anywhere, let's just use like New York, right? New York is pretty pricey. LA is pretty pricey. You have all kinds of city taxes and things like that all over the place, you know, that you're still paying, and you're paying for parking. Usually a lot more, you pay a lot more for parking in other cities than you do in Vegas too. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's quality of life at the end, to be honest.
Tat, what's going on? Yeah, there is jobs at all education levels out here, and you know, okay. Tat, what's going on? I forget if I said hello or not just a minute ago. So, she's got the moons out. So I don't know. I mean, I've commented on a Disney post the other day and asked how much parking was at Disney, and somebody responded back, $40 for the day. So, you know, it's Sunday through Thursday in Vegas, it's $20 for a 24-hour period. And on the weekends, it's $25 at MGM properties. Still cheaper than Disney, right? I don't know, she looked kind of old. Her parents may be in a home. It's a nice view of the Strip at night right here. You get some of Bellagio, some of the Eiffel Tower in the background. Mike, what's going on, buddy? Ball Slime, welcome in. Hope you guys are enjoying. Hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up. If you appreciate these types of live streams, let's walk down in front of the fountains, right? So what time is it? It is 3:55. We may end up catching ourselves a fountain show if we're out there at the right time, right? 4 o'clock is the next fountain show. You played a keyboard and made a tip here, nice. Well, West Side Mark, I don't disagree with you, but you have to remember that prior to MGM and Caesars owning basically 90% of the Strip, I'm not sure it's 90%, so don't hold me at that number, all right? People like to take every single thing that gets said literal. It may be 90%, it may be less, I don't know, it may be more, right? But the fact is that they own the majority of the hotels on the Strip, so there's no competition, right? Prior to MGM and Caesars owning all these properties, we had multiple operators on the Las Vegas Strip. And that bred competition among all them operators. They wanted you, right? They were all competing for your business. Now, since basically 2 companies own the Strip, they already have you. It's just which property are they going to get you there? You know what I mean? No, there was no pushers. There was no pushers. Westside Mark, you have a good one, buddy. Thank you for joining. So as I was saying, hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. So anyway, I'm back. Yeah, that's 2 days with no pushers. We usually get pushers at the main door. We're gonna have to go in there at nighttime, right? So as I was saying, back when there was a lot of competition on the strip, right? Everybody was like undercutting each other, right? They had loss leaders to get you in there, right? They're gonna have you come in, they're gonna take a little bit of loss on the buffets, and it's, you know, it's just to bring you in, because if they bring you in to the property, if they brought you into their property, they wanted to treat you right and you would start being loyal to them. So now it's MGM's like, well, whatever, just go wherever because you're gonna use your MGM card on 50% of the strip. Caesars feels the same way. There's really no big push to make you loyal to a particular brand as far as being loyal to that particular corporation that just happens to own a bunch of casinos. So, it's a little bit more complicated than that, right? But that's the general gist of it. And everything relies on their quarterly earnings. You know, that's what they look at now. Back then they knew, all right, it's a little bit slower of a year. Let's start pushing out the deals. And yeah, the moons are out early, right? So, you know, they look at everything as like, there's no patience involved in Vegas no more. It's all about what do the shareholders need. So we're about to get ourselves a daytime fountain. I'm just gonna turn my mic down just a little bit so that I don't have to deal with the whole we'll see if we'll see what happens, right? We got a copyright the other night, but I took care of it. I just muted it out, so whatever. Who is this? This is Tiesto, isn't it? You rarely hear this one. This is a nice break from Cher the other night. Hey, Joanna, I did not see you come in. Alice, what's going on? "69 days." Oh crap, it's 9-ball Slim. I thought I totally misread your name in the sun back there, man. I apologize. Now, some of these shows are much better at night. Reverend Rob got the 39. Anybody else coming out here anytime soon? Thank you, Michelle. What's going on? 4th of July is going to be packed like it is every year, man. It's one of the most, busiest weekends of the year. It's a beautiful day out here today, actually. Bruce, what's going on, buddy? Coming in 3 days. You got to hit me up, man. Come say hello. Yeah, I'm not even sure what the temperature is today. It's in the 80s, I think. Mama Joy, what's going on? We are doing good. We are doing good. 75 Murakami says. It feels a little bit warmer than that. Let me turn you back up here. I try to turn the mic down when we're by the fountains. It gives me less to do after the live is over that I gotta fix. But I don't want to ruin the vibe. I don't want to mute it, and I don't want to ruin the vibe and not do a fountain show, right? So I just try to turn it down a little bit. So let me see something here. Rob, say something in here. Say something else again. I want to see if something worked. There we go. He's got the little wrench. Rob just got promoted up to moderator because Rob is in here on basically every one of our streams and has been following us for a long time. And we appreciate that. I thought like 2 weeks ago when we talked about it, I thought I did it, but I didn't even notice that it didn't work. So it worked this time. Yeah, I saw your live notification over there on TikTok, and I tried to get on, but I missed you. I've been like kind of like really busy, you know, doing stuff around the house the past couple days and stuff. So having 3 days off was really nice. You keep getting kicked out. Nobody would be kicking out Joanna. So we're gonna walk down and see, I don't know if New York City Thrasher is still on TikTok. I was gonna walk down. I didn't see he was live until I was about to go live, or I would have parked down further down the strip. But if we run into him, we run into him. If not, maybe next year. So. Who is doing that? I don't know who would be doing that. It's not Rob, because Rob didn't have that capability yet. Maybe it's just a bad connection. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys you guys walk down out front of Cosmo, right? There's steps right at the end. I have a video, so if you forget, right? You can go back and watch the video, make it a favorite, right? So, all the way at the end, right where Harmon Ave is, there's steps that you have to walk up. And nobody wants to walk up steps, up and down the steps, right? So, the easiest thing to do is just go right into the Cosmo here.
So I can put them on
And we're gonna just take the escalator up to the second floor. We're right by the chandelier bar, and that'll take us right out onto the pedestrian bridge, the crossover on Harmon. Yeah, I don't like steps either, man. And you get to use a little bit of use a little bit of air conditioning here. Who am I missing here? Joy. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's so nice out here at nighttime, the lights and everything. I just don't always have the time to stream at night. I wish I did. So we had a great live stream yesterday in here, walking around, checking out all the art. So that was fun. You guys got to go check out yesterday's live stream. Watch the replay and see how much nice art is actually out here at the Cosmo, right? Well, we could totally avoid the steps and go through Aria and park MGM if we wanted. So do you guys want to stay outside, or you guys want to go inside? As we look at the crystals at the chandelier bar. I don't know, let's take the outside way. I did not see your request earlier. What were you asking about today? You got, Treasure Island. Treasure Island's all the way up the other end. That was right by where we started today. Maybe if I make it all the way up there on the stream, we could do Treasure Island towards the end of the stream. So we don't really do Resorts World. Resorts World is not very friendly to streamers. I've seen multiple streamers get thrown out of Resorts World, so we kind of stay away from Resorts World Fountain Blue is another one that's really tough to stream in. They don't really like streaming in there. And their security is like on you. I've seen a couple people they don't mind if you're like recording so much, but if you're streaming, they're definitely looking for any type of gimbal or anything like that.
I don't know why I didn't.
So I don't really feel like doing the steps today. So you guys mind if we go through the shops at Crystal's, and hopefully we don't get jammed up on the signal too much? Well, Rob, I think it goes to a lot of different things, right? A lot of people don't like streamers or people recording in the casino because they don't want to be seen, right? And then some places are worried about collusion, you know, somebody pretending like they're streaming but like counting cards or something like that, right? So that's why they really don't like you to be filming in the gaming areas. And I understand that, and most importantly is it is private property, so they make the rules. We just have to abide by them. You know what I mean? Like this place, I love this place right here in the middle. Yes, the Van Gogh thing is all the way down this hallway, down that way. Had issues at MGM, but I have seen other streamers get escorted out of there. Glitch time, I know. I'm gonna walk through here fast. Speed walker. Just because I don't feel like going on the, taking the steps. You're gonna check out Van Gogh when you're here. Let me know how it is. Funsky, how you doing? So we got a lot of good answers today on our Think You Know Vegas 6 a.m. short, right? That was most of the answers I think were right. But I'll give the right answer tomorrow morning. But I also have an extended video that I took that clip out of for today's Think You Know Vegas. So I am going to be posting that extended video. I believe tomorrow I have it scheduled for probably, I think around 9:30 or 10:30. So it is just going to be a nice, quiet, ambient type walk through the area we were at on today's Think You Know Vegas. So we should be better now. Is it better now?
Perspective, not the money doing it.
Last time I was here,
They are all.
All right, we should be good now. Ron, what's going on? Josh, thank you. Joy, thank you, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. So this is the valet area at the Waldorf. They don't have self-parking, but you can park, I believe, at Aria, and self-park at Aria for $20 a night instead of, I think it's $40 a night for valet at Waldorf. So all the way from Vancouver. Nice. Love when we get people in from other countries and other... What was that? Oh, there we go. All right, so we have the pizza and beer combo for 10 bucks, right? That seems like a pretty good deal here. And they have the happy hour. 3 to 6 and all day Sunday. That's a pretty good happy hour, huh? All day Sunday. And then that is at Parry's Pizzeria and Tap House. That's special, which is right next to Whataburger. And then we got the Jell-O shots here. I don't know if Palace is still in here. So $50 off the room, that's pretty much your resort fee, right? I mean, Ron, definitely, man, come on back, plan your trip back. You know, we used to go a couple times a year, and then we, before we moved out here. You're hungry for some pizza. I've never tried that pizza. We may have to stop and try that pizza one time and get the pizza and a soda. See if they have a pizza and a soda special. Or maybe they have an NA beer that they can give you, right? I doubt it though, right? Because they don't do that. They'll charge me 10 for a pizza and a soda. They were good, the Jell-O shots there. That's one of the spots I think we told you about, right? So Murakami just put up the Aroma Retail link. Aroma Retail is, if you're not sure what that is where the hotels get their scents from, right? So everybody has a favorite smelling hotel. If you go to Aroma Retail, you can go under Resorts Collection and you can find that favorite scent. And if you purchase it, use that Neon City code to get 20% off. And me and Jay will get ourselves a little commission at no extra cost to you guys because we are affiliates for them. They're a great company. We've been on their podcast and we go down there. We're gonna head down there probably in about a week. So Murakami, you're out of here. All right, I will see you later. Thanks for joining. No, that Crack Shack's been here for a while. Murakami, you have a good day. Thanks for joining. As always, appreciate all the help. So I've been to Area 15. I thought it was fun, and there's so many new attractions. Me and Jay do have to get over there and check some of the new stuff out. It's worth it for most of this stuff. Some of the stuff, you know, it depends, right? So I took my one son to Omega Mart, and I think he was a little bit young for it. He didn't have that great of a time. I had a lot more time, so I think it was probably geared towards a little bit more older. He was like, yeah, that's been around for as long as I can remember, Bruce. I hate saying dates, right? Because if I say, oh, it was 2018, somebody's gonna be like, you're an idiot, it was 2019. And it's like, all right, man. You know, like I'm supposed to remember when every single one of these buildings opened up. You know how that goes, right? So I do know New York opened January in 1997. That was right when me and Jay moved out here. It was the grand opening of New York. We pretended it was a ticker tape parade for us moving here. But it was really the grand opening of New York. Oh yeah, 16 and 24 would definitely have some fun at Area 15.
Exactly. Once upon a time.
Yeah, there'll be plenty for them to do. If you were to go see that Honolulu Cookie Company, where would you park the car? Okay, so right behind the Link Promenade, right, there is a parking lot, and it's 3 hours for locals. Free 3 hours parking for locals. That's the best parking lot because it's right behind the high roller there. So if you went down Koval, you could just pull right down there. You'll see it. It's a big giant parking lot. It's that's where I park a lot when we're just going to like the Link Promenade for something. The other parking lot would be Flamingo. I would park at the Flamingo instead of at Harrah's. Harrah's isn't too bad, but the Link parking lot is horrible. So the parking garage at the Link, rather. The actual outdoor parking lot is pretty good. So this is, we're outside New York, New York. We're walking past the Brooklyn Bridge right now. Here's Tom's Watch Bar. That's a really good spot to watch some sports. Oh, speaking of sports, remember yesterday after I won that massive jackpot at Park MGM? It was life-changing. I won $4.20. You guys remember that?
Right, like a good chunk of the most.
So, and then we started talking with someone about a parlay, and they were saying I should take the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then they were trying to get me to take the Boston Celtics, right? And I said, no way, right? So what I actually did was when I got home, or when I got to the car, I went on to my sports app and for stations, and I put a parlay in for the Philadelphia 76ers money line and the Pittsburgh Pirates money line. Well, my half of the bet won, their half of the bet lost. So I know I was breaking the bank, man. Yesterday was not a good day. What do you mean? It was a great day, Rob. Yesterday was a fantastic day. It was a great day for sports, right? The Boston Celtics got exposed as frauds, being beat by a ragtag Philadelphia 76ers team that don't even have their top player. They lost at home. So it was a good day for me, Rob. It was great up until the Pirates lost. The $4 parlay would have paid $60. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, Wemby got hurt. I think he's only out for like a game though, right? That looked like that could have been brutal, man. Like when I saw it, because my son said he got a concussion, but then when I saw him fall, I was like, oh man, I thought he could have broke his jaw or something, man. He landed right on his chin. Nice, you made a $68 profit on the A's versus Toronto. But you had to bet 384. Dang. See, that's what the one thing that I'm not like a huge about the sports book betting, right? Sports betting is sometimes you got to bet a lot to win a little. You know what I mean? And I don't follow sports like crazy. So a lot of times I'm just like, that's why I stay away from it. Game one's over with, man. You won one game. It's series is tied. The series is tied. Flyers are up at 2-0. Who are they playing? Like some minor league team? I know really nothing about hockey too, so. Listen, they're going back to Philly. They're going to win 2 more in Philly, right? And then they're going to go back to Boston, and they're going to beat the Celtics at home to win the series, 4-1, and they're going to win it in Boston. That's my prediction, Rob. Probably 100% wrong, so don't take that to the bank. All right, so.
Okay, well, you know what? You got a job with
The Penguins. Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad when the Flyers beat up on the Penguins. Pittsburgh's fans are like kind of insufferable. You call Cap. All right, brah. Ain't that another thing the kids say? How the Golden Knights doing, bud? They're like a hangout. That's horrible to say. That's horrible to say. I don't know if you guys can hear the song that's playing, but it's Queen, Another One Bites the Dust. Have you ever listened to the lyrics of that? Won, lost last night, won the first game. Okay, it's not too bad. Go Knights, go. All right, so we are in the Dirty Castle. I hate calling it the Dirty Castle, but it's a nice spot, man, honestly. Yes, we all agree, right? I think you have to agree whether you're a hockey fan or not. Go Knights, go. The only one who kind of gets a pass would be Josh, but you know, still he needs. We're gonna get Josh to convert to being a Golden Knights fan. All right, so we're gonna take the indoor walkway just because it's cool outside, and I don't really feel like waiting for the tram. So we're gonna walk down, and when you come in here, you're gonna walk past Dick's Last Resort, which is funny because on the other platform that I used to stream on, you could not say the name Dick's Last Resort. Even though it is a legitimate restaurant, they would give you a restriction for saying that. So, I think Excalibur is a fine place to stay. Hey, he's Canadian, I get that, he's required, right? So about halfway through Dick's Last Resort, we're gonna swing a left because there's escalators right here. And we're gonna go up the escalators. And we're gonna start our trek to Mud's Beacon. It's calling his name. I hope Mud don't have to go anytime soon. No, that's where he's at. So maybe when we get over to Luxor, you guys can give me a heads up, and maybe I'll go out front and try to catch up with him. like I said, I went in his stream. His stream moves pretty quick, so maybe he didn't see. I told him I was going to be walking down this way. I don't know if he acknowledged or not. I just kind of came over here and jumped on here because I got my own stream to worry about. Mud's here for all night. Awesome. So this is the food court up here, right? They're redoing the Pizza Hut over there. They're putting something else in there. We can take, we'll take a walk over there and show you. And also the Fat Burger, right? You want to see something unreal? Let me show you guys something real quick. All right, we're just gonna walk up like we're looking at the menu. But Pizza Hut's being redone. I am not sure what's going on in there, but let's just look at the menu. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Hey, what's going on, man? I'm just looking. Cool, thank you. Did you see? Did you see how much that was? A triple fat burger there, $30 for the combo. That is like ridiculous for a food court price. Sometimes the food courts are just as expensive, if not more expensive, than some of the finer restaurants in these places. I think Pizza Hut is a dying brand. Guys, bet on Chicago against Philadelphia today. Are you talking about are you talking about the Phillies? Yeah, those prices, man. That's such a deal, isn't it? I mean, that's a tremendous deal. I don't know how that place stays in business, right? I think sometimes these people that decide I'm going to open up a restaurant in Excalibur where people are paying $19 a night, I'm going to charge for a burger meal combo a double of what they pay for the room. Like, who came up with that idea? KFC two-piece small fry, $15.79. KFC's another dying franchise, I think. You know, now you have these Bojangles and you know, Chick-fil-A all over the place. You know, KFC is just really not what it used to be. No, we have not seen it. Well, we saw Rosie the other day. I just don't think you were on. I think you had just signed off, Rob. So so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go outside. We're gonna skip going up on the atrium right away. Not saying we're not doing it, but I think New York City Thrasher's out front. So I just wanna go out and meet the guy. And then and I mean, it's almost, they would almost eat it every night. If they don't eat it every night, they would eat it every night. If I pick them up from work late, they're always like, can we stop at Taco Bell? And I'm always like, yeah, if you buy me a meal deal. So I'm kind of getting on the Taco Bell. No idea yet, Josh. The Bojangles there, I think that's going to be a while still. I just saw the advertisement and stuff. Maybe we can sneak a peek over the wall one of these days. Oh, he's in the Mandalay Bay shops, headed to Luxor. All right, so maybe we will go up on the atrium, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of time. until we meet them, and then we can go back to our stream. I just...
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he's still alive. I think he's still up in Mandalay. So we're gonna walk through. We're gonna walk through Luxor here, and up top he's in the Mandalay Bay shops, my understanding, and we'll try to meet up with him. We're gonna try to meet up with him. If I run into him, I do. Like I said, right before I got on, I tried to go in his live stream and say hello and stuff, but he was glitching. He was in Luxor, and he was glitching up on the atrium. So I don't know if he saw or not. I just told him, hey man, I'm heading down this way. So we'll see. Alan's the stalker. All right. So here we go. I love the Luxor. I know Bud loves. Who else really likes the Luxor? I think Jay's just. I think Jay's just listening in. So perfect. Worked out just how I planned it. Still walking around in the shops. Here we are. Look at this. I love it up here. Seems a little bit more white light today, doesn't it? You know, we're gonna have to get on the inclinators one day. See if we can get up on the inclinators. At the Guinness store, okay. So here's a little fun fact, a little Neon City Walker nugget for you guys, right? Doesn't really pertain that much to Vegas, but you know the Guinness Book of World Records, that was invented to settle bar disputes, right? Because so many people argue in bars about the stupidest crap. So they invented the Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah, hop in with somebody, right? The Luxor is lame. He's just joking, Dano. Mud loves the all right, so we have a bunch of people. They must be coming from the Mandalay convention. So we're gonna see tons of people coming right now with the convention credentials on. So when people say, oh, you don't see people in Vegas during the day, it's because all these people were at Mandalay Bay right now. And why is, oh, come on, you know, Mud always likes to start crap. All right, Wahlburgers. Wahlburgers is right up here. He's in Wahlburgers. Is he eating? Or is he just walking around? because I don't want to like bug him if he's eating. Oh, there he is. I see him right there. He doesn't even use a gimbal. Jerry. What's up, man?
Oh, shoot, NeonCityWalkers, everybody.
How you doing,
Let's
man?
Go.
There he is. There's the man. I told you we were coming to see. There's Jerry, New York City Thrasher.
That's what's
How you
up.
doing,
Good
man?
to meet you, bro.
Hey, yeah,
Awesome, man.
definitely.
NeonCityWalkers,
I was-
Las Vegas streamer, guys.
Right as I was getting on my stream, I saw you were down here. I was all the way up Treasure Island. I was like, hey, I'm gonna walk down.
Oh,
But
I'm sorry.
you were glitching. You were in Luxor.
Luxor,
Yeah, you were in Luxor. Yeah, you were
So you
glitching.
just walked down this
I was like,
That's awesome,
yeah.
Somebody get a screenshot. Hold on.
Yeah. Somebody grab
Screenshot.
this.
It's a Las Vegas streamer, NeonCityWalkers.
I gotta flip this around too. There we
And he's
go.
got a Phillies hat, yep.
Yep, Phillies hat.
From the East Coast.
Yeah, Philly. Go ahead, guys.
The people right there.
That's all right.
Hell yeah, thank you guys.
Awesome. I'm gonna be out for a while. Where are you headed?
I'm gonna go back soon. I'm gonna do a food tour with Michael.
Oh, okay, nice.
Where are you gonna be around? Which area?
Probably gonna be Center Strip until about 8 o'clock.
All right.
So,
We'll see if we can see a little
yeah,
tradition.
definitely.
Way out or something.
Sounds good, man.
All right, I'll message you definitely.
Yeah,
Good
man.
to meet you.
Great meeting you.
No, NeonCityWalkers. Somebody
All right,
put his
guys.
name, guys.
Take it easy.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, it's great, man.
I'll try to see you again, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. In May?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right, yeah, definitely. Nice. Now let's go head on back. Tony J's, no, we are not live. We we are not live. We pre-filmed these walks. A lot of it is AI generated. So we just answer the comments as people come in and comment. So so let's go back in the Luxor here, right? I don't really feel like walking all the way down. I want to just hang out in Luxor for a couple minutes and show you guys around in here. So that was fun. That was cool meeting him. So this is play, right? This is that adult playground. Although now I think they allow kids in there till about 7. It is awesome to see you, Tony J's. So I think, it's a private event right now. But they do allow kids in there now up until I think like 7 p.m. or something like that. Check the hours if you have your kids with you. They also now are allowing kids, they're also allowing kids in swingers mini golf, okay? At Mandalay, up until I believe it's 9 p.m. So, listen, you're not gonna be disappointed. Try to get yourself a tower room, right? The pyramid rooms are like for like the purists, right? Like myself and maybe Mud, people that have been at the Luxor many times. The pyramid rooms are my favorite rooms, but look at that. That just looks so awesome. I love the pyramid rooms, although they are a little bit, you go to walk over to the window after a few drinks and you end up smashing your head on the window because they're on an angle. So that's for fantasy. That's a good adult show. And Carrot Top, I think, is one of the best comedians out here, man. If you get a chance to see Carrot Top, if you take one of those all-inclusives and that's added into the all-inclusive, definitely go see Carrot Top. Their food court up here, it's okay. It's pretty basic, a little generic and a little overpriced, like most food courts, but they figure you're a captive audience right now, so that's why you're gonna go pay the food court prices. Now, I have not seen King Tut's tomb. I have not gone in there, so I definitely want to go check this out. This is on my to-do list. Tony, you like fantasy? Fantasy is fun. It's a good show. Me and Jay have seen it a couple times. You always stay downtown. You come out here a lot, eh? Bruce, you know what? Yeah, man. I mean, I saw a video the other day. Somebody complaining about the inclinators here. So you see those columns in the four corners, right? With the, right there. My fingernails are clean too, by the way, today. So they are the elevators, but they're not called elevators, they're inclinators because they go up on an incline. They don't go straight up and down, they go on that angle. And a lot of people say that it is kind of weird feeling yourself move like that. Occasionally we do take some walks off strip. We haven't really done any off strip walks lately, guys. So I think, you know what? I think we could let Tony Jazz there just gave me an idea. Maybe next week we'll go off strip a little bit and explore. Yeah, watching the drunk people ride them is pretty funny. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of feeling like I need a coffee. There's no good coffee in here. There's good coffee up by New York, New York.
Still going. Still have to put it there.
That's what you're into tonight, Funsky? The New York wins more than 3.5? Wins with more than... See, that's what always gets me with the sports books, man. I always like the spread. I'm a money line guy. It's like you're either gonna win or you're gonna lose. You know what I mean? There's plenty of good coffee, Mud. It just, I don't know, there's something wrong with you that you don't like coffee. I just don't know what that condition is called. You may know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, Ellis Island had the rooftop open for Formula One, right? So remember when they had all the different Egyptian, they should really go back to embracing the Egyptian themes here, man. You know, it's like they tried to erase so much. I don't think Public House is open right now, but this is really good burgers and stuff here at Public House. I think on one of them apps too, you can get like some kind of buy one, get one appetizer or something like that. Tattoo, you have a good night, man. Thank you for joining. Everyone who's joined in today, thank you so much. Hope you all hit that subscribe button. Hope you all give that thumbs up. And welcome into the chatters. The chatters is what we call our community here. You guys do the chatting. You guys do the walking. You guys do the talking. I do the walking. Jeez. See, I need my coffee. It's been a while. See, something like this may end up in a, like, think you know Vegas, right? That could be a bunch of different places, right? Maybe take a clip out. Words are hard. They are hard, bud. Listen, man. I've been up, so we're an hour and 20 minutes into this live stream. I do so much talking, and I haven't had my coffee yet. I mean, I've had plenty of coffee throughout the day, but I haven't had it on this walk. So here's a scale model of the Titanic. I know I need coffee now. But see, if I did it on this side, think you know where we are in Vegas, right? You guys would get it all right away. Well, look at that. That is still amazing. So this used to be water, right? Where this sand and this gravel is now, that used to all be water. They had plenty of water features in the MGM properties. MGM started this water conservation this water conservation program, and they are doing a great job conserving water. However, it has come at the expense of some of our favorite water features at their properties. Now, this actually looks really good as a desert scape, I think. So I think they did a really good job here. But when it was water, it was pretty neat, you know? Hey, listen, I'd like to see the Flyers get around in the second round there. All right, so let's go head outside. Let's walk up. Let's walk up the strip a little bit, right? I may have to pull over in a minute and put you guys on a charger for a little bit. So when we get out here and we're still in the shade, I'm going to put you guys on the charger. That'll turn the microphone down too. So this is the taxi area. This is not where you get your ride share. I have a ride share video where to get the ride share at Luxor. So don't get confused and come out looking for a ride share where the taxis are, okay? So this should clear it up for a lot of people too. We get this question, right? You're not supposed to use this stuff in public, all right? Not that there's anything wrong with using it, but you're just not supposed to do it while you're walking up and down the strip. So I'm gonna set you guys down right here for a second and get my charger. Did somebody hit the jackpot? Jump up and have a heart attack? Yeah, those signs do work great, don't they? By the way. Just a quick little right there, mud. I've been doing really good. It's very, very hard sometimes. Hold on one second. Here, is this better? Now without the microphone on, I can have to just adjust the volume a little bit. Yes, I'm local out here. I've been living out here for 6 years now. I lived out here back in the 90s, 97, 98, and we moved back east. And I think that was a major mistake that we made. We should have stayed out here, but we thought something, you know, we were going to go back. Jay was going to graduate from college, and, you know, I did my apprenticeship, and the plan was to move back in like 2000, 2001. we ended up getting married in 2001, having a baby in 2003, and it was just life took over, and we were like, all right, can't move there, take the babies away from the grandparents. But you know, we should have just did it. We should have just moved back or never moved back to the East Coast. Yeah, I forget sometimes, Alan, when I take the microphone off that I have to turn up the audio on the phone. So we can kind of see the baseball stadium over there. We haven't been over there in a while. Okay, so what we have over here is we have a tram that runs, it just went past us. Well, you guys couldn't really see from the sun glare. Let me see. So there's a track that runs from Mandalay Bay to Excalibur, stops at Luxor, and then carries on to Excalibur, where you got to exit, and then you can get the next tram at Park MGM Aria, where they connect, and that'll take you to Bellagio. So that they're the two trams that are on the west side of the strip. Those are free, by the way, the ones on the west side of the strip. The monorail on the east side of the strip that goes from Sahara and MGM Grand, you have to pay for that one. You can get some deals online for the monorail. It's really worth it if you're going to get the multi-day pass, the 24-hour pass, because you can get on and off the monorail, MGM, take it up to Paris, Flamingo, all the different stops, get off, get on, all within the 24-hour period. Well, I don't know what you mean by does Vegas pay them to play here, right? I think Vegas put some money up for the stadium, and then they'll put back into the local economy through taxes and stuff like that, just like every other sports team. I mean, I think the A's stadium is going to generate a lot of money. I think the games are going to be sold out because people are going to be coming here to see their teams, you know, or people that are here on convention. Like all these people that are walking in front of us right now, they're all coming from conventions. They all got the convention necklaces on, credentials, and they're going to be looking for something to do, right? And these businesses right now, they rent out all the different bars and clubs and stuff like that and have private events. Now, when I used to go to conventions back in the day when I was in the Steelworkers Union, some of the companies would rent boxes at the Pittsburgh Pirates games because our conventions were in Pittsburgh. And, you know, you'd get a whole bunch of, you know, steelworkers going and to these Pittsburgh Pirate games, these like super boxes and stuff. So you're going to see a lot of that. And yeah, I mean, I just think it's going to be awesome, right? Oh, there's the toaster. You know, think about it, right? Maybe you've never had the opportunity to see the New York Yankees or to play, right? Or you want to go see the Dodgers play, but you don't want to pay $200 for a ticket to a Dodgers game, right? Now, when they come here, tickets are probably going to be, you know, $100, $150 maybe. It'll be a little bit cheaper, but you know, you don't have to go to LA. You know, you don't have to go to New York to see the Yankees play. You know, if your home team, you know, you can plan if you're a big baseball person, people are going to plan their vacations around like maybe like a series out here, like a lot of football fans do. You know, Allegiant Stadium on a Sunday when the Raiders are playing is like 60% the opposing team's fans. So it's not like open air, but it's not like completely closed in, right? Isn't it like it has a roof, but it's not like a complete dome, if I'm remembering the rendering right. $1 tickets at the Expos. Dang. I remember like Dower, well, you know, Philly used to do that too. The Phillies used to have Dower game nights, right? They had Dower dog nights, but they you would get hot dogs for $1 at the game, right? As many as you wanted. But in true Philadelphia fashion, they did away with that because Philadelphia fans had a hot dog food fight. And we're throwing hot dogs at each other and stuff like that. And at the opposing team probably, you know? So, but I think the A Stadium is going to be good, right? Anything that's going to generate an interest, right? It's going to create jobs, you know, permanent jobs, mostly part-time, concession type jobs, but still, you know, it's a nice way to make a couple extra bucks if you need a second job, being in a stadium, selling some hot dogs or some drinks. Not the end of the world. Better than driving an Uber or a Lyft. We'll let this guy get his picture so I don't get in it. All right. Nope, they didn't get it yet. All right, that's enough. You get like 2 tries. Corn's gonna be at Circus. Nice. I think the Phillies would lose to like any minor league team any team that they played right now. The Phillies are just a horrible baseball team. They got no pitching. They got no middle innings pitching. You're not going to get an argument. You're not going to get me hyped up about that, Funsky. I'm not going to bet against them. I'm not going to ever bet against them, but I'm not going to bet with them. So this is the big convention rush right now. Corn's co-hosting Sick New World Festival. Sick New World, nice. Is that a new festival? I don't remember hearing about that one. Is that what they're setting up there right now? I know the other day I got off at Sahara off the highway, and I usually loop around and go down Industrial. And that little road next to the fairgrounds there was closed down. I had no idea what was going on there. That used to have water in there too, the Statue of Liberty base. They took that out. Listen, if I was you, I'd put some money on the Sixers to take the series against the Celtics. Yeah, still no mini golf, right? So you guys that are joining us for the first time or haven't been with us for very, very long, how cool would this idea be, right? Right here at the base of the Statue of Liberty on the corner of Tropicana in Las Vegas Boulevard. How cool would it be to have like an outdoor mini golf course, right? With all like New York style, like holes, you know, a hot dog cart. You know, you can have like a real hot dog vendor out here, things like that, you know. And, you know, we've talked about it a few times here, but MGM just doesn't want to put the money into it, I guess, right? Dano, the Celtics probably are going to win that series, but the Reverend Rob is a huge Celtics fan, and I'm just reminding them that the Celtics lost yesterday, and you know the momentum is in the Sixers right now, so they're going to go off and win three more. Probably not, but since the Red Sox are horrible, you're going to cheer for the Dodgers. He's jumping on that bandwagon. You should become a Yankees fan. Basketball's fun. Basketball's fun. I think we're going to pull over and put the mic on again, I think. We're charged up to about halfway, 55% again. So the battery hasn't really been going too low today. And it's nice out. It's kind of nice where we don't have to be inside. Angel, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Celtics OKC in the final. That very well could be. You could be bought, Rob. You could be bought. Guarantee it. Here we go. That's the Big Apple roller coaster up there. They just went past on that. I think, are the Mets like the only team that's doing worse than the Phillies in the National League East? I would prefer to see the Spurs in the finals. I like Wemby. Anyone but the Yankees. All right, let's get a coffee, and then we're going to figure out what we want to do. Where do we want to go? Where's somewhere we haven't been for a while? Somewhere down this end, I guess. What time we got? Only 5:11. Hey man, your team's your team, man, Funsky, right? I mean, you know, the Eagles will always be my team, no matter how bad they are, you know. The Phillies, I'm like kind of like a fair weather Phillies fan, right? When they're doing good, I enjoy watching the games. When they're not doing that good, I could really care less about baseball. Now, Jay, on the other hand, is like a diehard Phillies fan, watches every single game. Diehard Sixers, watches, like diehard Philadelphia sports, watches every single game, you know? Oh, that's really cool. Dana, that's cool. All right, so here is one of the water features that MGM did turn off, but I think there was a lot of pushback about turning off these fountains. Now, these fountains still run. There's a little trick that I do with these, right? On a windy day in the summertime, I like to walk on the grating right here, right? Because the wind will blow some of the water off. You can feel the water kind of splashing off the rocks. Let me turn this way, right? You can kind of feel the water splashing off some of these rocks, and it cools you down. It's like a nice little way to cool down when you're walking up the park area at New York, New York. So the area we're going into right now is called the Park. Not to be confused with Park MGM, although it is right across the street. So this is supposed to feel like you're in a New York City type of park, like Central Park or something like that. It's a great spot to go chill and relax, especially when the Golden Knights are playing. A lot of people come back here and do their tailgating and pre-gaming. Got kind of a glare, so let me turn you guys over to the side. We're gonna go over here to Hello Kitty and see what they got over here. I wonder if they still got that Bruno Mars, that cherry chocolate latte thing that I got the last time. That was pretty good. Celtics, Jimmy. She won't believe you, man. You know what? I think we're going to get that again. The Forever Yours Mars Mocha. That was really good. That was really good. Let's get one of them. It's an iced coffee. I know I normally don't get the iced, but that was really good. But I don't, yeah, email Jay, let's go Celtics. Rob, remember, you're coming out here in 40-some days. She's going to whoop your ass, dude. Hello. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, good. Say hello. We're going to do that Bruno Mars Mocha one.
Have you tried it yet?
Yeah, it's so good.
It's
Yeah.
a lot better than the regular one.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Do you want any snacks? Have you tried the cookies yet?
No, I haven't tried the
Have you
cookies.
tried the cake?
No, I haven't tried any of that
All
yet.
of the above?
Sure. I'll try everything.
You like whole milk, right?
Oh, yeah, whole milk's fine. Yeah, that'll be a funny video when Jay gets out here, or when Rob gets out here. She's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, go Celtics."
Here's the mocha.
All right.
And then there's a chocolate cookie and a strawberry cookie, and then the cake is red velvet and vanilla.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Have fun.
All right. They are awesome in there. You know, I don't know if I gave her one of my new stickers yet. So let's check out what we got here. We got a whole goodie bag. This is a bad spot. Let's go over where there's more shade. Let's check out the whole goodie bag. And there's comments that get held sometimes. I don't know what triggers them. All right, so we got the Bruno Mars Forever Mocha. That has cherry. It has like a cherry. And let's see, we got the Bruno Mars Hello Kitty cookie. Oh, we got two of them. I'm not sure which one is which, but we're gonna try. And then this will be for when I get home tonight. Let me put these back in here. We got a red velvet cake. Look at this. We got the Hello Kitty red velvet cake there. That looks so, that's gonna be good. Yeah, they do hide comments from time to time. So, yes, the Bruno Mars cookies, the Bruno Mars Forever mocha, which is so good. I normally get like the hot mocha, but this is so good, and it's nice out, so I can justify like a. But let's have a piece of the cookie right now. We're gonna try this one. I think that's the strawberry cookie. All right. That's good. It's like a. It's like the strawberry. So, I got the sun behind me right now. Steph, what's going on? So, yeah, I have to go give them a sticker. I have to get that out of my bag. So let me flip this back around. Hey, I got caught earlier trying to just have a quick little puff off one. Look, these pigeons must have heard that I'm a sloppy eater. Should I give them a piece? No. It's actually illegal to feed pigeons in Las Vegas, in Clark County. No, I wasn't paying attention to the chat, Rob. Ignoring your numbers comment. Not ignoring. I just wasn't paying attention to the chat too much. All right, so we're about to start walking again. This strawberry cookie is so good. It's like a crunchy cookie. I love crunchy cookies. Rob, when you come out here, we'll come down here. All right, buddy? Let me get this in my bag, and then we're going to go over. That strawberry cookie was so good. All right, we're gonna put the microphone back on too, all right? We'll do it when you're out here, Rob. Passed him the note that says my friend likes you. Check yes if you want his number. All right, so now I gotta adjust the sound down a little bit. And then what do you think? We should go through the back way, right? All right. Let's go and give them the sticker. Where they at? Here, I forgot to give you. I got new ones. I don't think you had them ones. All right, so what did we get here? We got the Hello Kitty. So we got a chocolate one and the strawberry one. We got the Red Roses Velvet Cake, and we got the Forever Yours Mars Mocha. So the strawberry one cookie is so good. I'm just trying to figure out, because I got to be up here until like 8 o'clock. So I don't, I know my phone won't hold the charger the whole time. So I might just like log off soon and jump back on maybe. I don't know. Try to walk and get this sun glare out of our faces here. No, the drink didn't come with both cookies. So every once in a while, like when I buy an iced coffee, they'll give me a cookie or something. So I usually give them like a nice little shout out. You know, the one girl that works in there, Bex, she's like really cool. I think she follows us over here also, but she used to stop in our live streams from time to time on TikTok. But you know, I go there quite a bit. So, and I've been going not to that location, but they used to have a mobile Hello Kitty truck out here that would go to like downtown Summerlin and stuff, and we would always take the kids because Jay used to teach a class, like a little fun class in one of her school classes on San Remo, and so my kids had all grown up around like Hello Kitty stuff, and that location was at New York, in the park, they call it. And then right across the street from Park MGM, which we're gonna take the back walkway, Park MGM. And someone was asking about the trams earlier. Maybe we'll take the tram, or maybe we'll just continue to walk, maybe do like a crazy hour, right? Because right now is like the crazy hour at Bellagio for the conservatory. There we go, out of the sun. Thank goodness. So there's two Hello Kitties right now. There's one at Fashion Show. Hello. Thank you. There's one at Fashion Show Mall, and there's one right there at New York Park MGM. Mm-hmm. Yep. And they're opening another one at Caesar's Forum Shops, but I have no idea when. So this is the lobby of Park MGM. That is the tree roots. So I think last time we were there, yeah, the one at Caesar's Forum Shop just says come in 2026. And here we are, a quarter of the way through, if not more. So Rob, they're really not that far from each other. If we go to the one at the Overlook, the In and Out, if that's open when you're out here, that's right across the street from the Hello Kitty. So you could do In and Out and then Hello Kitty right across the street. So this is the walkway. This walkway is eventually going to lead us all the way over to Aria. Then from Aria, we can continue over Vidara and then to the Bellagio. And then I think we're gonna end the stream for a little bit and then maybe end the stream for about half an hour so I can take a little bit of a break. What time is it? It's 5:30, right? So then I could take a break and then maybe jump back on around like 6:30 or something like that. How's that sound, guys? We'll do like a 2 times stream today. Maybe we'll have to get him one of them harnesses that people use, you know what I mean? To have the leash so he can't wander too far from us. All right. Yes, they're a retractable leash, right? Where he thinks he's getting away and then it just locks up on him. So that's Park MGM that we just came out of, and we are heading up these escalators. This is gonna take us right into Aria, and the tram to the Crystal Shops is right to the left. So we haven't done that for a while. So let's do that. Now the tram runs every 8 minutes. And you know what? I've never really timed it to see. Oh man, we got these slow walkers. If the tram, I think the tram just left. If the tram just left, we're gonna walk. The tram don't wait for nobody. Yeah, all the casinos should be linked together with pathways in the back to keep you cool in the summertime. So you get some amazing views up here. There's the pool area for Park MGM. So the next tram is going to, we can wait, let's see, tram, 4 minutes. We can wait 4 minutes. I know, slow walkers, when people like start walking very slow in front of you, it just drives me nuts. It's like, just please move over to the side. So we are up on the tram platform and we get this wonderful view of Aria, Cosmo, right in front of us, the Veer Towers. Hey, let's see. There is the Waldorf. See a little bit of Park MGM. I mean, you see Park MGM in the front and a little bit of New York, the marquee sign over there. But at night, this area up here looks absolutely amazing, beautiful. There's the Aria parking garage right in front of us. Some really nice views of the skyline up there. Yeah. I'll walk right up on them, behind them, and be like, let's go, Rev. Dude, I hate when people just stop when you're walking. It's like, I almost think to myself, like, you know, oh wait, you know, like, I'm walking with a camera, talking to people, and I can navigate pretty well. But y'all can't, like, just like walk straight down an aisle without figure out where the heck you are. All right, here comes the tram, Aria Express. Road rage while walking. Nice. All right, here comes the Aria Express coming in. We need to go get in line. 1 minute. So we are here. We are at the Aria and Park MGM tram station. We're gonna skip over the Crystals tram station and go to Bellagio tram station. Listen, I try to keep it calm when I'm with you guys, right? I don't want to be like screaming and, you know. But if I ever did like record myself driving, forget it. There's like some serious road rage there. Not like crazy road rage, I just yell a lot. No, I try, listen, you guys know, I try to always stay positive. You know, every once in a while, you know, I can get a little testy, you know. like the guy that walked in front of us when we were in Bellagio and I was recording that statue, and he just like, he straight like looked, saw that I was walking around a statue, and instead of like stepping behind me, stepped right in front of the camera. Like, yeah. Gives you like a freaky view. There we go. So these windows in the tram are like a purpley blue color. That's why the screen looks like that right now. Kinda. If I flip the camera around, you'll see that it looks normal, right? But for some reason, if I do it this way, you don't get as much of the purple tint. You do. So this one's all pink on the outside. So that's the station there. I'll show you guys where that is, but I can't show you unless we're like doing a video because you get a lot of glitching. Oh, you would not want to see that, Alan. Listen, I was just speaking the truth that day, man. I was just speaking the truth that day. Yeah, it's probably buffering because we're in the shops at Crystal's. It should be getting better. So that's the front of the tram. Yeah, well, you know, that's why I don't live stream on TikTok no more because of all those stupid restrictions. And you know, I'm not gonna deal with. I seen somebody last night on TikTok walking through the casino, and they stopped and they were gambling live, and I was like, wow. I had a billboard truck drive through my live stream and got restricted. And these people are actually like gambling live and nothing going on. It's just bullcrap over there, man. You know what's funny is they wouldn't even let me download that live stream. I couldn't even go back. Yeah, so we are on the tram. We are on the Aria Express. And now we are at Bellagio. All right, Rob, you have a good night, man. I'm just gonna go real quick downstairs here in Bellagio, maybe check out the conservatory, take about a 20-25 minute break, and then probably come back on for another hour and a half or so tonight. Because I got some time to kill up here on the strip. So my son is working and I didn't feel like driving all the way home and then coming back. So Rob, you have yourself a good night. So that tram, last week the tram was 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Now this week it's 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. It depends on what type of it really depends on what type of conventions are in town and what kind of conventions and stuff are. So we are in Bellagio now. That didn't take too long. That was a nice. How long did that take, time-wise, from when we got on the tram until we got over here into Bellagio? Hey guys. About 4 or 5 minutes probably. And I know sometimes it does glitch when you get to the Shops at Crystal Station. I wonder if it has something to do with the way that building is designed, where they just don't have any type of like repeaters in there or something like that. Yeah, it is a good break on the legs, taking the tram once in a while.
Do you guys ever do single family?
So one of my favorite moments ever on a live stream happened in this hallway. And we were on TikTok, and I was just walking down the hallway, and there was a guy just kind of walking in front of me, and he kept looking back, and he looked like he was like, I couldn't tell if he was annoyed or whatever, so I kind of backed off a little bit, right? And I get a couple feet behind him, and he turns around and he's like, I'm watching you right now, right? So, and it was awesome, right? So he actually lives out here, and we've met up with him a few times on different live streams, and it was just like such a real moment of somebody seeing you while they were watching you. User, what's going on? How are you? So we also had another really good, we've had some good interactions here at Bellagio when we were live. Another time we were at the conservatory, and I hear a lady behind me. She's like, excuse me, are you Jimmy? And I'm like, yes. I turn around, I'm like, yes I am. She's like, I'm watching you right now, oh my God. And that was like so cool. Like the lady, we were both in Bellagio looking at the conservatory, and yeah, it was fun. So they have this little pop-up here. It's called Alina. It's back there where Michael Migno is. I guess it's gonna be back. So we're gonna walk around and go in the proper way. Looks like we have a nice little crowd here right now. Normally we would go up here sometimes and take out the bird's eye view of the conservatory, but the spa and gym area is closed until I think November. I don't know if I'd say famous. I don't know if I've ever had anyone come up to me when I wasn't live streaming and say something. Now that would be different, right? All right, so we're gonna go in here. Now this is, again, really not my favorite time of the day to come in here, because when you walk in, the sun is just glaring because it's a glass ceiling. So the sun is starting to set now, but it can get very, very bright around 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the conservatory. That is Bella the ballerina. Everything is based upon music boxes. This is the Springtime Symphony. Those fountains in the pond here represent the fountains out front of Bellagio. It is 5:47 right now out here. So this right here, I posted this on Facebook today. This is my favorite part of the display. This hummingbird with those two flowers right there, and then I'm still trying to figure out what these flowers are right here. Those ones. I absolutely love them. I would love to have them like in front of my house. What hasn't been asked in a while? You know, that seems to be like a TikTok thing, Alan. There's the Fortuna too. You guys know what the Fortuna is, right? The Fortuna is the boat, the yacht that Bellagio has that takes the rich and invited guests around the fountains out front of Bellagio. Well, this is the Fortuna too. This is for the low rollers. It's a little rowboat that they have here in the conservatory. Now, that's not true, by the way. That's just a little story that we kind of made up. But that is pretty cool. They have that little rowboat in there. I would love to see them change the flowers. But all these flowers are real flowers, right? Some people think that these are all fake, plastic, you know, whatever. But no, the flowers in the conservatory at Bellagio, the regular size ones, not those big giant roses up there, but the regular size flowers and bushes are all pretty much real, by the way. So you see how that has some brown on them right there? If we come back here tomorrow, all the ones with the brown will be replaced. They replace these flowers every single day. They have a crew come through and just look for flowers that aren't looking good. Cali boy, what's going on? Cali boy, I think I sent you a link to a video from Mandalay to the conservatory here. Check it out. If you have any questions, man, ask me. Yeah, I love the conservatory. It just looks like, you know, just beautiful. All the tulips. This stained glass Fabergé egg. Now the big centerpiece here is this big center stained glass panel. I do, you know, that reminded me though, Cali boys, I do have to do a video of that route. So thanks for reminding me. All right, so if we just, it's absolutely amazing. At night, it looks totally different in here at night too, because of all the different lighting schemes that they do. So I like the nighttime a lot better. Yeah, it's 5:52 here, Joy. So there is the Bruno Mars flower piece here. It's like a memorial. No, it's for his record. That is the cover of his album, The Romantics. For some reason, they made it out of roses, I guess because it's called The Romantics. So, got that nice Bruno Mars. Some people said it was a memorial because he is out of debt to MGM, and MGM's very sad over it, so they built the memorial piece. I don't know. I don't think that's true, though. Not no more. He made, well, according to him, he is no longer in debt. At his first opening show for his world tour 2 weeks ago, he told everyone that he was out of debt on stage when he was performing at Allegiant Stadium. So he was like $64 or $65 million in debt, gambling debt. to MGM. But he has done those residencies, and they have grossed quite a bit. So I can imagine that he is out of debt. Yeah, this is very beautiful in here, right? All the little attention to detail, these little hidden ponds in here, right? These big glass flowers. The nice carousel. Now, some people, there's up for debate. I think the carousel at the Wynn is prettier than this carousel, but that is just my opinion. A lot of people think that this is much prettier, but I don't know. They have the bird cage in the middle here. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe one of them zebras. That would be pretty cool if the zebras were actually the carousel horses. That would be really cool. All right, so we're gonna walk through. We're gonna check and see if we can find any pushers at the doors, and then we are gonna log off. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and then I think I'll come back on and spend another hour and a half with you guys, maybe later on tonight, 6:30 to like 8 o'clock. Sounds pretty good. What do you guys think about that? So that is Chihuly glass ceiling here. Dale Chihuly, a real famous glass artist. He oversaw them make, his apprentices all handmade all these flowers that are attached to the ceiling here. It is the world's largest glass art installation, from what I understand. Let's see, are we getting any pushers? No pushers yet. That guy had his hand on the glass, but he didn't push. I think he was just guiding it. Huh. Maybe we'll get some pushers tonight. Yeah, I mean, that was the rumor. I mean, who knows, right? He did address the rumor at his opening night of the his world tour, and said that he is totally debt free now, so take that for what it is. So we're gonna walk across. The Corvette pulling in. You can run me over, bro. This one is off now, too. They turn off the fountains today. I know, it's been pretty lame. Maybe, you know what, maybe people have saw my videos where I post that people are pushing the door and they're like, you know, maybe we made a change. Maybe we got people to stop pushing at the Bellagio. So let me flip this around real quick here, guys. So we're outside Bellagio. I'm gonna sign off now. I'm gonna take a little break, probably go get something to eat. And what time is it? It is almost 6 o'clock. So I think I'm gonna get back on maybe around 6:30, 6:45 for about an hour or so. So you guys have a great little break from me. And I'm gonna go grab myself something to eat and be back on in a little bit, all right? So I'll see you then. Joanna, I'm coming back. So I'll see you guys in about half an hour or so.